police officer in the face. Whether he makes it or not, that's his problem. And that guy's a dirtbag.
And harsh words from the president of the Fraternal Order of Police after a Miami officer was attacked at Magic City Casino. That veteran officer was stabbed in the face, but he shot the person who attacked him.
Officer Raul Perez is now recovering at home while we learn more about what led to this assault. Local 10's Terrell Forney live with the latest now. Terrell.
And you can bet that Officer Perez has seen some pretty wild things during his 15 years as a street cop here in Miami. But no doubt that that training certainly helped him here inside of this casino as he subdued a man who eventually stabbed him in the face.
He pretty much lashed out at the officer.
Witnesses describe a belligerent, violent man in the poker room who refused repeated requests to leave.
He hit the officer, and the officer then tried to tackle him down to the floor to detain him, to arrest him.
Things grew even more violent by the second inside of the Magic City Casino just before 1 a.m. this morning. Officer Raul Perez was at the facility working an off-duty detail and was called over to escort the man outside, and that's when a knife was pulled out.
The officer was bleeding out of his face, and I mean, from what I saw, the officer acted, very patiently with the man, very responsibly, like he was really doing his best to avoid an incident.
Officer Perez fired a single shot, striking the violent patron. The casino turned into a full-on crime scene following the incident.
It'll take some time for us to call through those witnesses. I do know that there was about 43 witnesses to the incident. The poker room was full to capacity.
We know the facial stab wound narrowly missed the officer's eye, but he has since been treated and released from the hospital. But this afternoon, the fate of the suspect is still up in the air.
I could care less what happens to him. He stabbed a police officer in the face. Whether he makes it or not, that's his problem. And that guy's a dirtbag. Anybody that stabs a law enforcement officer or puts the public at risk like he did, I don't really care what happens to him.
And the Magic City Casino is back open for business this afternoon. Casino management issued its own statement today saying that this was an isolated incident, but they are rooting for the speedy recovery of this officer, who, by the way, is recovering back at home. Meanwhile, we know that at last check, that suspect was in critical condition at Jackson Memorial Hospital. We're live in Miami. I'm Terrell Forney, Local 10 News.